Hello and welcome to my Luminosity Yoga project, to my new moon in Cancer video. And even though the new moon in Cancer already happened a few days ago by the time you will see this video, the energy is still working its way through the entire moon cycle, the lunar cycle of a month, which is a 28-day cycle, approximately 28-day cycle. And this was a new moon in Cancer, so what actually is Cancer all about? So it belongs to the element of water. It's the crab. It has as everybody knows, a shell. So it has a protective shell to hide or retreat because of its emotional sensitivity, which it does not necessarily like to put on display. So it's very much about this emotional sensitivity of water, the feeling sense, but also the hidden feelings and emotions, the psychic realms. It's cardinal water. It means it starts the season of summer. So it's an initiating sign, an initiating energy. And also it is about nurturing, mother, making others feel comfortable and at home. Personally, I have Cancer. For me, Cancer is my 11th house, which is the house of groups and friendships and social connections. So I have many Cancers in my life, which are dear friends. And they are very nurturing and usually provide that sense of being really at home with them. They don't like to stir the emotions like a Scorpio might do. So this particular new moon has certain flavors. There is, for example, today in Berlin, where I am at the moment, there is an opposition with Pluto in Capricorn. So, which is a little bit like what is hidden behind the obvious. So, what is on the surface is not necessarily what is really happening underneath, which is one of the things. The other thing is about there was a aspect to Mercury in Gemini, which is at the end of its stay in Gemini, about communication. So the things that are being communicated might not necessarily reveal what is actually going on. So there might be an inconsistency between what is communicated and possibly felt and what is actually really happening. So, as always, for the first part of a moon, the question that Bronwyn Simons asks is what is being conceived? Being an Aries myself, I very much like that idea of not actually putting my will out there and my young energy, what do I want to conceive, but the idea of what is now kind of very, very, very slowly, tentatively emerging. What is being conceived in my life? What is the idea that I want to bring forward this month, that I want to work on? And is it something quite concrete, or is it more an emotional quality that I want to harness? Obviously, that's different for each and every one of us, but that's an idea you might want to take with you into the practice. That question, what is being conceived for me in this Cancer moon cycle, which started on the 10th of June here in Europe. And in North America, it was the 10th of July. And in North America, it was just the day prior to that. The sign of Cancer is connected to the planet, to the luminary rather, the moon. So the luminosity yoga here is very much about a yin sort of practice, or like a calming, cooling, relaxing, releasing practice. Might be very beneficial at this time to do meditations that focus on water, or when you are by the water to meditate, also get more into a flow state of consciousness. possibly find your answers in dreams rather than in, as I said, what is communicated in the external world. A mantra that is connected, a yantra, sorry, like a mudra that is connected to the moon, to this energy is Svadhisthana. Yeah, so this is like the second chakra, sacral, just below, and actually below the navel, in the seat of the pelvis, and it's a downward-facing triangle relating to Shakti energy, feminine energy, and as I said, the idea of the unconscious, dreams, water, moon, all these ideas that are already presented to you. You can see it in a tarot card. I don't know if you're familiar with the tarot card of the moon, which is also representative of the archetypal type of Cancer. So there are many images that you can use as a support during this time, as a guide. You can connect with the idea of water, moon, unconscious mind, your dreams, to find answers. And I want to lead you through a short guided yoga practice to embody these energies, to balance and work with these energies, to make them more felt in your whole system rather than just being abstract ideas. And we're going to just start by sitting. And on your inhale, you shrug your shoulders up, and exhale, you roll them down. Shrug them up on your inhale, roll them down on your exhale. One more time. And squeeze your shoulder blades together in your back. And then you start to circle the shoulders gently, still the same direction. Bringing them front and up on your inhale, back and down on your exhale. And deep breath as you do that. And then just reversing the way that you circle the shoulders. So on your inhale, bring your shoulder blades together, bring the shoulders back and up, and exhale, front and down. And lifting up and out of your pelvis. Feel that lift here. Just place your hands on your pelvis in that mudra, that triangle shape. Just feel, sense here for a moment. And just tune into any tension that you might feel in the body. Take a deep inhale into it. And let it go on your exhale. Move it down towards your pelvis. And towards the ground. Release it into the ground. Do the same for emotional tension. Sense where it manifests in your body. Take a deep inhale. And release it on your exhale. And one more time, letting go of emotional, mental stress and tension. Breathe into it. Release it all the way down into the pelvis, connecting with the earth underneath you. Just sensing the energy here in that area of the triangle, your mudra. With the idea of what is being conceived, just sensing into that. You will tune into that throughout the practice. Taking a moment to curl your tailbone and your pelvic floor, like move it in and up. Hold the breath for a second. Release it on your exhale, connecting to the ground from your perineum. And really feeling that connection to Mother Earth underneath you. You can use an image if it suits you, like a root that connects you to the ground underneath. And on your inhale, just feel fresh energy moving into the body. And on your exhale, let go of tension, tiredness, whatever it is that you don't need right now to practice yoga here. Take a few more deep in and exhales. Add the perineum. If you cannot locate that, just use your tailbone, or the area between your tailbone and your sexual organ. And rest your hands on your thighs and very slowly move the attention, awareness up the spine. And with the inhale, just imagine energy flooding into the spine, moving towards the spine. And with the exhale, just let all that energy spread out in the spinal cord. And as you do this, slowly move up the spine and keep spreading that energy on your exhale in the spinal cord, filling the spinal cord with awareness, connecting from the ground further up. Tilt your head ever so slightly, chin ever so slightly. Open the collarbones, create space for the heart, for the lungs, and then feel very gently pulled up from the crown of the head. And take a few deep in and exhales at the crown of the head. Imagine a beam of light pouring in through the crown of the head, bringing in new energy on the inhale. Again, releasing tension or tiredness or whatever prevents you from being here right now on your exhale. And then start to deepen the breath and connect that sense from the earth, the breath from the pelvis, move it up all the way up to the third eye. On your inhale and on your exhale, let it float down again back into the pelvis. At the end of the exhale, very gently pull the pelvic floor in and up, belly against the spine. Take a few more deep in and exhales like that. Feel the energy moving from your pelvic floor up the spine to the third eye, center of the forehead. And then back down into your pelvis. And if you are familiar with energy anatomy, this is also called the connection from the Svadhisthana chakra to your third eye. This is also called the male pole of energy. We're strengthening that connection to balance the female energies. One more deep in and exhales, and then open your eyes. On your inhale, bring your arms up. And on your exhale, just turn the palms the other direction and just bring the arms down, slightly longer exhale. It's a very good way to soothe the nervous system, to elongate your exhale. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, bring the arms down. Inhale, bring the arms up. And exhale, bring the arms down, and just whatever is good for your neck. Make sure you don't strain your neck. As you move your arms up on your inhale, you're gathering all that energy. And then on your exhale, bring all that energy into your heart center. And we are going to start with one round of humming Om. Deep exhale. And inhale. And bow your head to your heart. And set the intention for the practice, this question, what is being conceived for me during this new moon cycle? This new moon in Cancer cycle. Just bring that into the body with your breath. And then rub your palms together. And then cupping your eyes with your palms, leave them here. And on your next inhale, just move your awareness in front of you and just sense internally what's in front of me. Pull that back into your center, heart center. And again, then behind you, what's behind me? And just bringing the awareness behind you without turning, just sensing what is behind you, bringing it back to your heart center. And sense to your right. What's to my right? And bring it back to your heart center. Sense what is to my left. And bring it back to your heart center. And bring your awareness above you. What is above me? And bring that back to your heart center. And what is below me? And bring that back to your heart center. And then just moving your hands from your head all the way down the body, just a few times in your own time. Just stroking, touching, connecting with your body, with your physicality, and with Mother Earth in that sense, with your very physical form. Bring your hands onto the heart center. And with the idea of Cancer, of home, nurturing, grounding, family, belonging, say to yourself, I belong here. And just really feel that. What does that mean to you, belonging? Take a deep breath into that and then open your eyes. And then inhale, bring your right arm up. And bring the right hand to the left ear. Behind the left ear, gently bring the head to the side. And then let that left arm float. And imagine all the stress and tension from the left side of the neck evaporating, moving out through the fingers. And you can very gently push with your head into the hands so you're not forcing the stretch. Just see whatever's comfortable. Breathing deeply here. Rooting down through your sitting bones, creating space here in the torso, so moving your torso up and out. And then bring the head on the sort of more on the back of the head and tilt your chin slightly, still at an angle, so towards your left side, the right side of the chest. So it's a slightly different stretch. And again, breathe into the neck. And you might have some stress and tension releasing, and just imagine it dissipating through your hand, through your left hand, through the fingers. So keep them relaxed. And then release. And then just move up the left arm, grab the right ear, and then do the same thing on that side. Again, you can very gently push with the head into the hand, so it's not a forcing, and you can modulate the stretch that way. Dissipating, tension dissipating through the right hand, through the fingers. Deepen and exhales. And then again, just move the hand slightly to the right side of the back of the head, the chin, tilting slightly towards the left side of your chest. Slightly different stretch, breathing into the neck. And releasing. Very good. And then inhale. Bring your fingers towards each other. And then exhale, bring the elbows towards each other and the hands out. Just repeat that. Inhaling, fingers together in front of a heart in that area. Exhale, elbows together in that chest area. And just a few more times. In and exhaling. You can always elongate the exhale slightly, especially if it's hot or if your nervous system has been challenged lately, if you're having a lot of stress. 2 more times. And 1 more time. And then just release the arms and drop your chin to the left. And then rotate it clockwise. And again, just you can make very small circles if you're in any way, if there's a lot of tension in the neck, or if you have any kind of injuries in the neck area, you can make very small circles, more like from your nose rather than the entire head, and then you change direction. Just moving the head in the other direction. You might already feel that flow of energy all the way down through your arms and to your fingers. More breath to the periphery. Back to center. So you can either stay this way or you can bring the soles of feet together. If that is available to you. Otherwise, just stay in a comfortable cross-legged posture. So we're here in Baddha Konasana and we start to rotate the body. Yeah, so you can do it either that way or right shin in front and just rotating the whole body and just breathing deeply, enjoying this motion, wringing out any tension in the system, and finding fluidity in the movement and in the breath. You can close your eyes, or you can keep your eyes in one spot. Again, making sure you're enjoying. And you're also modulating according to where you're at right now. So working with that feminine energy is very much a journey of being more in tune with what we really need at any given moment, not forcing ourselves into any postures. Very slowly coming back to center. Finding that point of stillness, turning the palms up. Again, that idea of what is being conceived, that idea of receiving what is being conceived. Imagine the top of your head opening up like a lid, as if someone's taking a lid off your head. Just take a moment to breathe and see what's coming to you from above. Closing that lid again. Opening your eyes, bringing the other shin in front and in the other direction. Again, you have the option of doing that in Baddha Konasana with your soles of the feet against each other and your knees wide. So just see what suits you right now. I mean, this is a better fit at this moment. So just go with what works for you. And circling the whole body, breathing into the ribs, into the pelvis, into the lower back, into the sides of the body. Stretching out, removing tension, finding that fluidity in the movement, in your breath. And then slowly again, coming back to center. Taking a deep in and exhale, and then coming front onto your knees. And keep your knees like hip width distance. Flat shins. And then tuck your pelvis slightly so you have a long tailbone and you can really open here the groins and again that whole pelvic area. And as we do this, we are going to do Shitali breath. As we're in the hottest season now, or in one of the hottest months of the year probably, we're going to practice this cooling breath. And there are two options of how you can practice. You can either draw the breath, the in-breath, through your rolled tongue. And if that doesn't work, which actually it doesn't for many people, you can just kind of suck the breath through your teeth as if you're sucking the in-breath through a straw. And the exhale is through the nose, so there is no sound with the exhale. And I'm going to show you once. Inhale. And then we're going to come down into child's pose. So resting the forehead on the mat, seat on the heels, arms back on the exhale. And we're going to repeat. Opening up towards the sky and then just caving in and curling up like a ball or like a crab, actually. Inhale, open up. Exhaling through the nose. And a few more times in your own time. And last one. And then you're going to come on all fours on your exhale. And just a quick inhale, opening the chest, exhale, rounding the pelvis, lower middle, upper back, curling in, bringing your left knee to your nose on your inhale. Exhale, bring that leg back, opening up. And then inhale, bring that leg front, bring the knee to your nose and the foot between your hands. Move the front foot out a little bit so your feet are on two different tracks, more like rail tracks. Bring the back knee on the ground. Just breathing here, coming up on your fingertips. Again, breathing into your pelvis area, into the groins, deep in an exhale. Bring the right hand to the right side of the mat. Bring the left arm up and really opening here. Opening wide. Make sure that your knee and your heel stay at the same angle. You can just open the chest towards the sky. Move the hand. Move the wrist. And then as you exhale, just bring that left foot back. Tuck your toes under. Bring your seat to your heels, coming into downward facing dog. And take a moment to move your hips from side to side. Then shake out the head, open the hands, open the fingers. Let your head relax, bring the knees on the ground. Inhale again, just slightly arching the back, just moving front from the heart. And exhale, lower, middle, upper back, rounding. Bring your right knee to your nose on your inhale. Exhale, bring that right leg back. Inhale, bring that right leg to the nose. Step the foot between the hands. Move the right foot out a bit, left knee back so you have a good stretch in the groin. And again, just really making sure you're bringing your tailbone down, your pubic bone up. So you're kind of really holding rather than collapsing here in the center, coming onto your fingertips, breathing deeply into the groins, into the hips. Yeah, so opening that most feminine seat, the seat of the feminine energy. And bring the left hand to the left outer side of the mat. Bring the right arm up. Again, keeping the knee and the heel in line. And just opening to the sky. Bring the belly button in so you're rotating more from the heart. And then again, exhale. Bring the hand back. And then coming into downward facing dog again. You can move a little bit on the spot. And again, keep the head very relaxed. So engaging your core, engaging the muscles above the knees. Letting the shoulders roll out so the head can really relax. And bring the knees down again. And come into a comfortable straddle. Yeah, so making sure this is comfortable for you. It doesn't have to be very wide. Bring your arms out to the sides. Inhale here, exhale. Bring the left hand to the right shin. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, right hand to left shin. Or wherever you can reach. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale here. And exhale. And inhale here and exhale. And always go with your level of flexibility at the moment, not forcing. Bring your hands front. And if you have a bolster, you can rest your body on a bolster and move it from there. Otherwise, you can keep your foreheads on the ground. You can keep your hands on the ground. And again, just breathing deeply. So now just focus more on grounding the backs of the legs. And on extending your exhale. So again, finding a long spine on your inhale. Maybe inhaling on 4 and see if you can extend the exhale to the count of 6, breathing in the backs of the legs. And again, feeling that solid connection in the grounding, in that nurturing connection to Mother. And whatever might be going on around you, to see if you can keep that connection with yourself and with your breath. So always anchor your movement or your activity in your breath. Yeah, so there might be things going on around you that want to take your attention away. Just stay with what you're doing and with your breathing most of all. Slowly coming up. So now just bring your knees together and bring your arms behind you. Bring the knees into the chest. And then exhale, bring the knees to the right. Inhale, bring them back to the chest, engaging the core, and bring them to the left. Inhale, knees into chest. Exhale, knees to the right. Inhale to the chest. Exhale to the left. And again, a few more times, just moving your legs from side to side, wringing out any tension from the sides of the body. Moving the head in the opposite direction. Breathing deeply. And one more time each side. Very good. And then place your feet onto the mat in front of you. And hip width distance, as always. And then very slowly rolling back down. Take a moment to rest again with your mudra like this. Thumbs together, index fingers touching. In a triangle, just place that on your pelvis. And just breathe here, feet apart, knees together, just resting for a moment. Take in 3 deep breaths, connecting again with your intuitive knowledge. Bring the feet hip width distance, bring the arms down, knees in line with the heels. And on your inhale, roll up, lower middle upper back. You can bring your arms behind you, lifting up. And then on the exhale, just moving down. Just do that a few times. Deep inhale, moving up. And exhale, moving down. Can keep the arms down or with you. So a few more times. Breathing into the back of the body, really breathing here into your pelvic floor. 2 more times. And then the last time. And then as you come down, again, take a moment to move the feet apart, knees in, and again, resting with that mudra on the pelvic floor. And slowly moving the knees into the chest on your inhale. Exhale, bringing your arms back, legs to the sky, letter L. Just do that again, a few more times. Inhale. And then exhale, stretching out. Inhale, moving them in. Exhale, stretching out. Inhale, bring them in. Exhale, move them out. And bring your left leg down. And just grab here behind that right thigh. Move the hands further up if you can. Make sure it's not on the back of the knee. It can be below or above the knee, and just pull that leg towards you, really extending again your hamstrings, creating more space, keeping the hips level, moving the right sitting bone away from you, shoulders down. Bring the right arm out to side and that right leg over to the left, breathing deeply. Again, just opening the whole right side of the body, the whole right kind of liver side of the body. Deepen and exhale. Deep breath, really opening up the whole spine, flooding the spine with energy, creating space here in the pelvic area. And then inhale, bring that leg up from your core. And exhale, bring it down, and we're going to change sides. Bring that left leg up, can grab here at the bottom of the thigh. Further up, bringing the leg towards you, deepen and exhale. Moving the shoulders down, the left sitting bone away from you, creating space in your hamstrings. And then bring your right hand on your left shin or outside of a calf here, and left arm out to the side. And again, now opening the spleen side of the body, the left side, breathing into it, creating space. Deep in and exhales. And inhale, bring that leg back to the sky. Bring it back in. And bring the legs up for a few moments. You can also rest them against the wall if you're doing this at home. And really let that weight drop into your hips. So it's very beneficial at the end of the day to do that. You can bring your arms back or next to you or resting on your chest. Just see what is good for you and make sure your lower back It's not experiencing any strain. Otherwise, bend the knees. Make sure there's padding possibly, or like a bolster under your sacrum, protecting you from any strain. Breathing deeply. So reversing that flow is also very nourishing for the entire system, for the parasympathetic nervous system. Releasing the jaws, releasing your breath. Bringing the knees into the chest. You can either roll onto your right and come up, or you can roll up and down a few times as you wish. And again, just find a comfortable seated posture. And we're going to do a short pranayama. Again, to, of course, strengthen the yin energy and to benefit and balance the nervous system. So what we're going to do, we are going to inhale through the left and exhale through the right. We're going to start slowly, and then we're going to increase the speed and work with a breath of fire, which is active in and exhale, which is something like as we open and close the nostrils. So rest your left hand on your thigh, thumbs and index finger touching, and use your right hand, the right thumb, and the right ring finger to close your right and left nostrils. Yeah, so we're gonna start. So we inhale through the left, and we close the left, exhale through the right. And the same thing, we do it 2 more times. Inhale through the left, to the third eye, exhale through the right nostril. Elongate the breath. So if you're on your period or for whatever other reason you don't want to increase the speed and work with a breath of fire, you just do it slowly. Otherwise, you're going to do it fast with a breath of fire. So just keep going, either slow or fast. And take a deep inhale through the left. Hold the breath, bring the chin to the chest. And then exhale through the right. And bring both hands down and just feel the breath through both nostrils. And to stay here, you can also lie down in Shavasana. Switch off the video. Otherwise, just stay here for a moment. Again, just sensing your breath. So just physically feeling your breath without controlling it. Let the breath come and go naturally now. And just feeling into that question, what is being conceived from me during this new moon cycle? And bring your hands together in front of your heart and think about something that you are grateful for today. And it absolutely doesn't matter what it is, anything at all. And just feel that in your body. That sense of gratitude and joy. And let that spread across your body into every cell. Feel the thumbs gently pressing against your chest bone, your chest opening gently. We close with one round of Om. Take a deep exhale. And inhale. Bow your head toward your heart. Thank yourself for making the time and giving yourself attention during this practice. And dedicating the fruits of a practice, the merits of a practice, to all beings without one exception. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. So if you have enjoyed this video, I would love to hear from you. I'd love to have your feedback. I'd love you to share, to subscribe to my channel and spread it. Share it with your friends or other people. Also like the video, that would help it spread and for other people to see it, to watch it. And if you are interested in one-on-one sessions, either with yoga, also with the idea of a combination of yoga and astrology, as I'm offering it here, related to your chart. Or if you are interested in luminosity yoga healing sessions, I work with an energy healing method called Acuenergetics, and you can find more information on that on my website. The link will be in the show notes, also in the video here. And otherwise, I look forward to seeing you again online. I also have a Spotify channel for guided meditations, yoga nidra based, which really help you really regenerate, recharge, reconnect with yourself in times of stress and upheaval, if you're very tired or just need a reboot during the day. These are very beneficial. So I'd love to hear from you and work with you in the future. And thank you very much for joining. Namaste.